dialogue, join Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, and community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, and community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, and community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, and community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join Liberia National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberia National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberian National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIP Facebook page.
Good afternoon from the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Police Dialogue, a public service program produced by the Liberian National Police. Today we're discussing peacekeeping. We have in our studio two former peacekeepers of the Liberian National Police. They are here to discuss their respective experiences that they had in Sudan. You know, Liberia had a share of civil crisis where we have 17,000 UN peacekeepers here in Liberia. Our war came to an end in 2003. After that, we became a very stable country and trying to help other countries to regain sanity. And the Liberian National Police started to send out peacekeepers in 2021. Up to this time, we still have peacekeepers in Southern Sudan. So we're going to ask DCP Anthony T. Blake, who is the Chief of Criminal Investigation here at the Liberian National Police. He will be telling us his experience. We'll also ask Abdullah Dukle, who is deputy head of the peacekeeping desk, and he's also here a former peacekeeper. When we come back, we'll go directly into the program. Look at me from TV. So welcome back to the Police Dialogue, a public service program. This program is carried live on Sky FM, and thanks to the management to the management of Sky FM for giving us this opportunity to be here, and thanks to Masade for always being here. And we have our two distinguished studio guests. Abdullah, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to DCP Blake.
Well, thank you, Mr. Collins. Thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here again. It's an opportunity to further expand on our experience in South Sudan, given our past and what we have done there.
How is the Thursday with you?
Oh, the Thursday is good. We are observing a very cool weather, and everything is just fine.
You came away from the academy. How was the traffic?
Oh, the traffic is okay.
Okay.
For now, except the evening hours.
How is the academy?
Academy is fine. As a matter of fact, there's training ongoing at the academy.
Okay, great. So we'll go directly into what we are here for. And like I said in my intro, we're here with two former peacekeepers. These are guys who were deployed in Southern Sudan, and their time is over, and they are back home taking up assignment here at the Liberian National Police. Duke, you're making your debut presentation here today on the Police Dialogue, a very important program with wide coverage. It's being carried on live on Sky FM. Tell me, who is Abdullah Duke?
Thank you very much, sir. So I'm Chief Superintendent of Police, Abdullah D. Dukle, a Liberian police officer for 13 consecutive years, and also I serve in various divisions, the Patrol Division, the PSU, and the Emergency Response Unit as well. I also am a graduate from the AME Zion University. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, specifically police administration and planning. Currently, I'm a student at the University of Liberia reading public administrations at the master's level. Yeah, so I also served in various roles in LMP before going to peacekeeping. I was operative in the ERU and also a record officer, and then later became a special assistant to the deputy commander for operations. Also, I serve as one of the instructors at the unit level. And I serve in UMIS in South Sudan for 2 years, beginning January 19, 2021. I occupy various positions which are key to mission success, including the Foreign Police Unit Cell Officer, that is the officer who is going to guard the Foreign Police Unit in the peacekeeping operations. But I was an IPO, not an FPU. So I also serve as the team leader for tactical operations in the field, and also serve at the headquarters level as the team leader for operations planning.
Okay, we'll hold you there because you have a long introductory statement. And we'll go over to DCP Blake. Blake, can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Well, Mr. Collins, let you register. My name is Anthony T. Blake. By virtue of the fact that I'm the Deputy Commissioner for Criminal Investigation of the Crown Services Department of the Liberian National Police. Well, I have served several positions within the Liberian National Police. I serve as Deputy Chief Criminal Investigator. I serve as Head of Investigation for the Anti-Burglary. I serve as investigator with a Special Investigation Unit. And upon my arrival from the peacekeeping mission, and I was given the position of Deputy Commissioner of Police to head the Criminal Investigation Division. My education background, I'm a graduate of the AME Zion University. I read criminal justice, and also went at the Continental Master Program where I read public administration. Now I'm a student of law at the Liberian School of Law.
Thank you so much, Blake. Our audience now have an understanding about the background concerning our guests. Now I'll start off with you as it relates to the questions that I have. What was some of your responsibility in Southern Sudan?
Yeah, the mission is a very diverse mission, given the fact that we work with other international police officers. We work a lot with military and the surveillance component of the mission. On the mission, I first served as police advisor with the Field Service Office. I also served as crime analysis officer, where I did a complete crime analysis of the entire South Sudan based upon information received about crime. And I also served as investigator with the UNDSS, United Nations Department for Safety and Security.
You had a very huge responsibility, especially taking into consideration that you formed
Police dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberian National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberian National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LNP Facebook page. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress.
Good to be back on the Police Dialogue. We experienced some technical issue and with our sound, but thank to our technicians for being very proactive in making sure that our sound returned. We were talking with the Anthony Blake, who, like I said in my introduction, is a former peacekeeper in Sudan. You're telling us about your responsibilities just before we went. Okay, you continue.
Okay, as I was stated earlier, before the technical breakdown, I serve in various capacities on the mission, and I was a police advisor at the field office. So basically, we patrol internal displaced camp. We make sure that we secure the environment for safe access for humanitarian aid, and also protect women and children, because the general mandate of the mission centers around the protection of civilians. Okay. I also serve as a crime analysis officer. So given the region at the time, the violence, so we have to make an informed decision from the police perspective in terms of crime, violence against women. So I serve in that position where I receive data and give statistics to the police commissioner. So I also serve as an investigator in the office of the UN DSS, the United Nations Department for Safety and Security, where I had to travel in various parts of South Sudan, conducting investigation, more especially with UN staff members.
I think, Abdullah, what were your responsibilities in Southern Sudan?
Well, initially at the field level, you know, it's basically from the beginning you have general policing, like we say general policing, where you will be conducting patrols, community policing engagement, and the rest of it. So, and then I was also tasked as team leader for tactical operations to conduct meetings, monthly meetings with community leaders, having key leadership engagement, and also with RDP communities. So among those tasks also, I was coordinating with other UN agencies and counterparts, including other sections like the military, on how to coordinate activities with UNPO participation in line with other sections for the same goal.
Now, working in Southern Sudan, and not even within the environment of West Africa, you went all the way outside of West Africa, and getting there. What were some of the challenges that you encountered as a peacekeeper, working away from home?
Well, first thing is, to be honest, the language also was challenging.
Language barrier?
Yes, of course. Because you got people from diverse background, and then also even the local population, as you know, South Sudan is not really like English-speaking country, so interaction was challenging. And also, you know, interacting with people who have lost trust in the system is very difficult in convincing them on how to interact with the same system. So these challenges were numerous, and we had to, you know, navigate tactically and also coordinate with other stakeholders of the UN on how to go about, you know, getting their consensus and how to interact with them. Because reflecting my memory back to our own time, we know the horrors of war also that we went through, and being an internally displaced person or a refugee, it's quite difficult to you know, listen to people who will say, okay, you have to trust here, you have to trust your government, you have to trust the system, you know. So it was challenging. It was challenging though, but we managed to go through.
Thank you. DCP Blake, working in a conflict environment, how has it changed?
Yeah, like I said, not only working in the conflict environment, but also working with the UN.
Okay, yeah.
When it comes to my perspective and what I have brought back home,
Yeah.
I think that evidence has shown, and things have been okay in regards to how the department or division organized themselves.
Yeah.
The first thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the second thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the third thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the fourth thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the fifth thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the sixth thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the seventh thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the eighth thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the ninth thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the 10th thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the 11th thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very timely in anything we do. And the 12th thing we were taught on the UN mission, that we have to be very the mission speak more about teamwork. So upon my return, one cardinal thing that was on my mind is teamwork. There's no way you can do policing without working in a team.
Certainly.
So as a leader, it's not about it's about we. Because every member of the team comes with their own expertise. So working on a mission with other counterparts on diverse background, it also builds your capacity when it comes to collaboration. It also builds your capacity when it comes to cultural diversity.
Okay.
You have to accept cultural diversity so that each member of your team can feel very important. So coming back home to Liberia, I came with a lot of knowledge, and I have to work and making sure that my guys understand. Because policing is all about continual capacity building, because we live in an environment where things are changing on a daily basis. So we have to make sure that we conduct in-house training like we did on the mission. Got to make sure that we send a memo around so that our guys can be up to the standard.
What change did you get, what new work habit did you acquire from Southern Sudan as a peacekeeper?
Well, several of them, maybe I can list a few, like working in a diverse setting or a multicultural setting. So you have to tap into other people's, culture, not basically practicing, but so that you know how to interact with them, and you know how to, work along with someone from a different background. Because even living in a house, husband and wife, is not that easy. Many a times you have some issues, but so, my training also helped me in, how to work along or live with other people. As a matter of fact, I was in an apartment with not even a Liberian, with, other brothers from West Africa, like Nigeria and Gambia. So, and they were from a different culture.
Yeah.
But as God will have it, we managed to stay together without issues. And then, so before, I was like, okay, we are used to the Liberian way of working, you work, you ERU, and that's it. Yeah, but I got to know that you can work with a health worker, even on a crisis level. You can work with someone from EPA at a crisis level. And, it requires coordinated response and, planning. So I learned coordination from the UN peacekeeping mission as well.
Now, working here in Liberia as a police officer, where sometimes we suffer from logistics, and getting to the UN, it was a whole different ballgame, where you had everything. Did I affect your work habit in a positive direction?
From mission?
Yeah.
So getting on the mission, given the UN status and the culture of planning, I think things were in place, not 100%, but were in place, because every institutions, you found out that there will be challenges. There are some point where we had to be very innovative in dealing with the local population, in dealing with local authorities. Sometimes the expectation of the local authorities, sometimes they want solution to a long-term problem. You understand? Sometimes the expectation, UN, we need this, we need that. I can remember one time we visited a police station in Juba. So we went there to see how best we can organize a crime analysis team. So they were requesting for computers, requesting for a lot of stuff to do that work.
With the locals?
Yeah, with the local police.
The local police, okay.
Yeah, the South Sudan police. Because one of the end of the UN mission was to do capacity building, given their crisis, and they had police force that went through a long period of division, so they needed to go through the rehabilitation process so that they can be integrated back into the system, so that they can deliver the appropriate police service to the citizen. So we had a situation where they needed more materials to work. So at that point, we were only on capacity building. Okay. There were trainings, there were workshop, and everything. So I can say the UN provided her best in order to make sure that the mission mandate is sustained.
When you arrive in Southern Sudan, that fit for day, how was it for you to describe that atmosphere?
We're arriving in a conflict zone at first. You know, going back to our own time in conflict, you know, yeah, though it was strange because it's a strange environment, but we had been in a conflict as well. So
our conflict here, being a police officer and experiencing the conflict that we went through, I gave you an edge?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
That gave me an edge, and also with the mentorship from OMIL at the time, it helps me a lot because, you know, we were trained when the United Nations were here.
Yeah.
So it's like we had an orientation of how, you know, to work in a kind of environment just as we arrived. Though it was strange, yes, we were strangers in South Sudan, the language barrier, the food and all of that, but still we, you know, we had that courage that yes, indeed, we are in a conflict environment and we came here to support them.
How long did it take you to settle down?
A couple of months, I believe, couple of months. Yeah, because I was like working from the field and going to headquarters.
Okay.
So, you know, every time you rotate or you move to another area, it takes you time to adapt to that setting before you can move from there.
This is a police dialogue. It comes your way every Tuesday and Thursday, live on the official Facebook page of the Liberia National Police. It's also being broadcast on Sky FM 107.1. Get ready to put in your calls to our studio guests, ask them the question that you have. The numbers are coming on your screen for those in following us by way of Sky FM. You can call us on 0770-800-1630, 0770-800-1630. The numbers that you can call on so that we can be able to pick up your call. If you are in the United States and want to put in a WhatsApp call, you can call us on +231 777 894747 +231 777 894747 and call us on 0770-800-1630. When we come back, we'll start to take your call so that you can have interaction. Also during the program, we'll go over to Kingari, Rwanda, where we have another peacekeeper, a former peacekeeper, Frida Stewart, who will join us, a female, via telephone to tell us her own experience as a peacekeeper. And in fact, she is currently the head of the peacekeeping desk here at the Liberia National Police. We're taking a break and we'll be back. So those in
how the Liberian National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, and community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a safer Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberian National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Stay safe.
Your name and where you calling from?
Okay, this is Officer Mama Kone. I'll call you from Central Monrovia. I want to express our feeling as related to the day-to-day activities of the Liberian National Police nowadays.
Yeah.
We are gradually moving there. And I also want to encourage the city guests for the splendid explanation and introduction. I want to also tell you, Chief, keep it on. We'll get there one day, and then we will one day see our own institution, media platform.
I do hear the Liberian National Police, Peacekeeping Division, and currently in Rwanda, in Gishari, precisely, attending a course. This is a UN training that has to do with the core pre-deployment training materials that prepares officers for UN missions.
Now, before we go into our main line of questions, you are in Kigali. Have you had the opportunity to meet with our officers who are there undergoing training? I mean, the special forces.
Yes, definitely, Chief.
And how are they coming on?
This was a diplomatic visit.
Come again?
I said this was a diplomatic visit.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Efrida, you are a former peacekeeper. Just tell us a bit of your experience that you have as a former female peacekeeper, and what message does it send out to female within the Liberian National Police?
Being a former peacekeeper as a female, I would say I have experienced a lot, and then this experience comes with unique advantages and disadvantages. So firstly, I would like to encourage other females that female officers do give, their strong contribution to mission effectiveness. So in doing so, women are often easier access, to other women and children in conflict zones. So with this, they help to build trust with populations that may not, speak freely with male peacekeepers. And then they also help gather critical information on community needs, security threats, and gender-based violence incidents. They help also to strengthen the credibility and acceptance of the mission. So that's my own, point I like to point to any female that you are of great importance when it comes to this area. So for me, for my own gains from the mission as a female, I gain professional growth, it relates to capacity development, having exposure to complex, operational environments, help me deeply to strengthen my skills in leadership, in planning, negotiation, and crisis management. I also, I was able to access, because of the complex mission we had, which is multi-dimensional. So to the multinational teams we work alongside, help me really to broaden my professional network by networking with colleagues from many nationalities. It helps as it relates to cultural awareness and tolerance. And most importantly, my contribution to peace and security gives a rewarding in communities affected by conflict. I being, a citizen from a post-war conflict country, I could, better position myself and then in places, in roles where I could contribute to others who are affected, from war.
Now, being a female on peacekeeping, did the UN give you preferential treatment, not only you, but other female peacekeepers?
Not really like, a female would be, experiencing a preferential treatment over a male, but, when it comes to gender mainstreaming, so they are key to this, where female needs are to be met, because the both gender do have different needs. So those are major concerns of the UN. So not like I should be treated specially, unlike the male counterparts, no. So those basic needs, those basic things, when it comes to equity, gender equality, those are concerns which are major to the UN. And that, I can tell you, was met.
So what do you take away from the mission?
So what I really take from the mission is this growth, the development growth that I had when it comes to being multitask, because I was someone who was seeing in many roles. When I say many roles, I know I do serve in one position at a point in time before my end of mission as the head of logistics and facility management, where I had all 10 states with insights to them, where you have logistics officers reporting to me, and all other on-post in the missions are responsible for every needs of them when it comes to requests for home requests, office materials, and you name them. So there were too many things when it comes to vehicle, fuel, vehicle mileage, all of these things. So connecting other focal points from the different states on reports on a daily basis. So that I can say was a lot, and it really helped to shape me. It really helped me as a leader to become who I am today, where I can work, in any environment, regardless of who or whatever the challenges are, with high workloads, even under stress. So this really helped to shape my career, as I understand.
Thank you so much, Frida, for your service. We salute you, and I wish to see you back in Monrovia. When are you coming?
I'll be in by the weekend, by God's grace.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate you.
Now you can put in your calls on 0770-800-1630, 0770-800-1630. Blake, you listen to her. What did you get?
Well, Frida was one of our most energetic female officer on the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like she rightly said, she was hosted in studio, the UN radio station in South Sudan.
Okay.
And by virtue of the fact, Liberia was a success story.
Okay.
And having told our story in studio, the South Sudanese were amazed, and we also encourage them that when Liberia can come from this, you too, you can do the same. You even met some people who serve, some individuals who serve on UN mission in Liberia, including police officers.
Oh, great.
So some of them were trainers here.
Okay.
So they were glad to see us, and they were, we worked together, and it was good. It was amazing.
Abdullah, you listen to your boss. She's the head of the peacekeeping test, and you are the deputy head, and she's out there on another mission, not on UN mission, but she has served and back into the country. But she's now representing the Liberian National Police in Rwanda at a program being hosted by the United Nations. How you heard from her, and I want you to take a line from her.
Yes, as a matter of fact, thank you very much. That's my boss, and I must admit she's a strong lady, not only in physical work but also mentally. She's strong. When we were serving, as the DCP rightly said, she was one of the most important person, because say for example, if a police officer arrived from Norway.
Let me just take the call and see what they have to say. Caller, hello and welcome.
I'm Michael P. Jiggs.
Yeah, Michael.
DCP Sam Collins. I actually want to appreciate you for the platform, Police Dialogue. This medium indeed exposes professional officers that are in Liberia, the Liberian National Police Force. And I highly appreciate your studio guest, DCP Anthony T. Blake, and Chief Superintendent Adulai B. Dukley for their introduction. I listened to their introduction. I mean, I felt so proud to have a Liberian who have gone that level in education and represented the country outside Sudan. That alone brought proud to my conscience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks for your participation.
Okay, thank you too.
And keep following the show if you have the official page of the Liberian National Police and also on Sky FM 107.1. Thank you so much. You can keep calling us on 0770-800-1630, 0770-800-1630 to have your concern taken here on the Police Dialogue, a public service program produced by the Liberia National Police, where we bring forth senior officers to discuss their various roles within the Liberia National Police and the contribution they are making to the growth and development of this noble institution. We leave our studio to join Henry Bacon in the United States of America, who is following the show. Good evening, Bacon.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, what are your takes?
Oh, I want to say thanks to DCP Play and all those that participated in the program, especially our UN former peacekeepers and present peacekeepers. I mean, their contribution have brought some new dynamics to policing in Liberia. I live with their local experience and the international experience. Some of them have come back and they are imparting those knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me feel that every country has got their own way of doing some things. All right. So blending our own thoughts with theirs. I mean, with the foreign policing ideology, I think there can be a difference, and I can assure you that as time goes on, Liberia will take its rightful place among community of nations when it comes to policing. And we have one of the best policing systems in West Africa. That is our model of community policing.
Okay.
One that can be implemented out there, and they to bring their own thought here. I can show you, LFP will get better on the ground when they come. And I stand my Christmas greetings to everyone.
Thank you
for this show. And everybody will listen to this show. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Look, I was speaking with you before the callers came in with their calls. Did you see any similarity here in Liberia with that of Sudan in terms of law enforcement? And I'm talking about working with the local police.
Where policing all around the world is law enforcement, as we know. But it will amaze you to know that when we got to South Sudan, arrest is arrest, but the medium of arrest in South Sudan, I mean, what would take you to arrest someone, you know, it kind of baffled me a little bit, because there, when we got there, we were like, okay, if you go to a police station and say, you know, we have a rape case register, and then where is the suspect?
Yeah.
And then you will be hearing from our local counterparts, he's at home. I was like, wow.
Okay.
Is it really possible to commit that kind of crime and be home and be at home? Well, but again, there was a breakdown of system.
And why is it part of the law enforcement procedure
where
that someone who commits such heinous crimes stay at home until?
No, it is punishable under their law. As a matter of fact, it is a crime, but because of the conflict. And so they pay less attention to you know, even arresting the suspect, followed by, you know, traditional issues like, okay, the town chief need to hear the case, and that's why the police have not gone to arrest the man and all of that. So,
how did the UN manage, or the UN is managing, with all of what we read on the internet and hear on foreign radio stations about what's happening in Southern Sudan, a country with probably 8 or 9 vice presidents. So how you guys are managing?
Well, the political system has its own way of controlling the entire peacekeeping mission, because there are a lot of pillars that needed to be accomplished in line with the UN peacekeeping map. So one of the difficult things that is still there is the disarmament.
Disarmament?
Yes, it's a disarmament. So a lot of times when the UN try to implement...
Is the UN keeping the peace or enforcing the peace?
The UN is actually keeping the peace, because in keeping the peace, you have to work along with the local authority on the ground.
Not forcing the
disarmament. The UN is kind of taking a diplomatic posture, so you have to work along with the authority on the ground. In terms of how do you go about disarming those guys, how do you go about rehabilitating them, taking them to the camp for reintegration. So that's the sticky part of the whole peacekeeping mission in South Sudan, because that will lead to elections, and the political actors in South Sudan, they don't really want to have that to be accomplished. But gradually, the UN is working on it diplomatically to make sure that is resolved, because in the final analysis is to protect civilians.
You can still call on 0770-800-1630, 0770-800-1630. This is the Police Dialogue, a public service program that is produced by the Liberia National Police. It comes your way every Tuesday and Thursday on Sky FM 107.1 and stream live on the Liberia National Police Facebook page. Abdullah, how has international exposure improved your approach to policing back home?
Well, I've had a lot of improvement in my policing back home, such as interacting with people from different teams. So it will amaze you to know that working across teams has great accomplishment as compared to you working alone. So say for instance you are dealing with a health emergency. Police officers are not nurses or doctors, but you have to work with health workers. So we all need to know first, define the rules and how we can assist each other to accomplish that task. So I understood how we worked back then, but working in multi-dimensional setting have improved my policing capability as well, to the extent that I will, have a job to do, but I will look around it and see what are those tasks that I cannot accomplish by myself. That would need.
So you need a team to do.
Yes, someone to complement me. So then you start thinking across teams and how to coordinate with them. And it is from the planning level. Once you coordinate with them from the planning level, just know that you are heading for a success. Otherwise, in the middle, you can't just call someone and say you're supposed to do this. So I'm from a planning background also, so that's what I can say for that.
So you just into that on a smooth.
Yeah.
How working with the UN help you back home?
So what I brought back home is that working with the UN will increase your capacity to a lot of things. So I got to know that the center of teamwork is for you to collaborate. It's to make sure that every team member come with his or her idea to make sure that a particular task is accomplished. So it's not about it's about we. So in teamwork, you take into consideration the objectives, in taking into consideration the expertise of each member on the team. So coming back home, I also noticed that indeed we have to do something called risk assessment. So when we send our guys to go and arrest, we have to assess the risk. So you know you want to do risk assessment, early warning sign when it comes to conflict, because prevention is better than cure. So when you try to gather necessary data to know that this will lead to a bigger crisis, you have to prevent it. So coming back home, I came with all the mental mental capacity to make sure that all these things that are left are improved. You understand? So that's where we are. It's a gradual process. It's a gradual process.
Thank you, Blake. And it's now time that we hear from our Facebookers, those who are following up here at the LMP page. What are they saying? What are the concerns they have? The two officers are here to address those concerns. Our technician will ask our production people. Okay, the first one comes from can you move the name tag? This is a wonderful show. Please keep it up. And thanks for the professional police officer you have in the studio. It comes from J. Soma Senior. Thank you so much for following the show, and thanks for your comments. Do we have another one? Just drop the name tag. Is it Herman back on? Thanks for the program, Chief. We are getting there gradually. Henry G. Bacon from the United States of America. Do we have another comment? Bobby Addison, watching from my Zuba Town home. Bobby, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's a journalist from the capital. Corporal L. Thomas. Good afternoon, Chief Collins. I'm following from the police headquarters. Thank you, Thomas. Shelton MG40, following from a Hotel Africa Road resident, Lower Virginia. Thank you so much. God give Samuel Moba. I'm following from Kakata, Mangibi County. Thank you so much, Samuel, for following the show. Michael Dix. I'm following from Capitol Hill. One is the representative. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Thank you so much, Michael, for following. Michael, hey. A former NMP officer, Michael Benenzi. Yeah. That's the key, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's take another one. A.B. Dukley. Wow, you've been silent on us since today. Following from New Jersey, United States. And A.B. just donated an iPhone to this program.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. A.B. donated an iPhone to this program. He's very supportive. He's in the background. And he wants us to now leave the studio and get into the street.
Oh, that's
and he said that before we can do it better, we need an iPhone. So he donated a brand new iPhone to the police dialogue team. Thank you, Ari.
It's a strategic move.
Yeah. Chair Marine, I'm following from my hustle ground. I admire the LMP. Thank you so much for admiring us. We are here to do the job that you expect of us. Catherine Rogers. This is exciting. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you so much for your comments. Your comments are also exciting. Tipota Joseph. Good afternoon, officers. I don't know the main issues you people are discussing. Good afternoon, officers. I do not know the main issue you people are discussing, but here is my concern. Why, if a police officer is sent to effect an arrest and the person is cooperating with the arrest, the police still insists to put handcuff on the person? Okay, we'll answer that question. Let me just take another. Yeah, go ahead. Another comment? Taking us off track. Bobby Addison, what is the traffic section doing about 2 entertainment centers located at Joe Bar and Dubo Road Junction? The 2 centers are causing serious traffic jam on our way back from work and to school. Genuine concern. I hope the public safety people are taking note. Captain comes back with another comment. Many thanks to the DCP and CSP for your service in SSD. Oh, that is something to do, right?
Yes.
Okay. Steve Jara, following from Phoebe Hospital, and thanks for the show. How is Bonkade, my brother? Thanks, Stevie. James Vivi Amara. Patrolman James Vivi Amara, watching from Liberia National Police School and Training Academy. You have somebody following you from,
Yeah, so,
from the academy. Okay. Do we have more comments? One more? Okay, great. James Vavi Amara, okay? Thank you.
Yes.
We read this comment. And also Tom has caught up with us here on the program. Thanks to all of our callers that made their way to calling us.
How the
we will now show
Liberian
some
police
graphic on the screen. Is that
Abdullah.
Abdullah is there. What are you doing? Okay, this is a working session, right?
Yes.
Okay, here is Blake. Who are the two guys you standing with?
The military officer is one of our own brother for here, the Armed Forces of Liberia.
Okay.
Then the other one is from Rwanda.
Rwanda, okay.
Yeah.
Great interaction. Do we have another picture? Yeah, who are those?
So those are my colleagues from Sweden and the other one from Kenya. So we are on a patrol at a checkpoint in South Sudan.
Okay. And to those in radio land, just listen to the explanation. Please, Abdullah, I see you standing, honoring our values.
Zero tolerance.
Okay, the two Liberian brothers are standing, right? Is that Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys look good.
Introducing
This will
police
be our
dialogue,
working session.
an
Yeah,
interactive
the
public
crisis management
service
working
podcast.
group.
Okay, great.
Each week, senior
look like somebody
officers,
that were in like
law
the
enforcement
police
experts,
commissioner.
and community leaders discuss
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
community
participation,
policing,
gentlemen.
road
Thanks for
how citizens can help.
coming to the police dialogue. Can I get your party's statement?
Yeah, so I encourage my colleagues and fellow officers out there, whenever you hear about police recruitment regarding peacekeeping, please make it your duty to be part of it. It's rewarding, and it also exposes you to, the outside world and, improving on your skills that you have. Also, encouraging the Liberian National Police and the Liberian government to pay some keen attention and support to LMP's participation in peacekeeping as well.
Blake?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you, Mr. Collins, for the opportunity to be here today. I also want to appreciate the public for the many support we have been getting all the time.
Yeah.
I want to encourage other officers to take advantage whenever there is recruitment for the UN mission. And this will build your capacity professionally. You also bring back to the Liberian National Police all of your expertise to improve the institution. I want to say thank you to the Inspector General of Police, Honorable Gregory Kuma, for all the efforts that you have made and continue to make in improving the institution.
Thanks also to our viewers, thanks to our listeners across the country, and thanks to the management of Sky FM for giving us this opportunity to bring the police dialogue via the network. Next week, hopefully we'll have on the Thursday edition of the program, the ORC of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Biago, will take us through a success story at the LTEA. Thanks so much to our producer for producing this show.
Yeah.
We started already on a rough note.
Yes,
But thank God we arrived well. Thank you so much. Thanks to Mazale from my Sky FM, who is here behind the microphone, making sure to have this program carried live on Sky Communication. Thanks so much, and bye-bye. Catch you next week.
Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, and community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in. Ask questions. Be a part of the conversation that builds a civil Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberian National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberian National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights and the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a civil Liberia. Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Police Dialogue, join the Liberian National Police and community leaders for weekly conversation on safety, rights, and road safety. Tune in on the official LIB Facebook page, Police Dialogue, working together for peace, protection, and progress. Have you ever wondered how the Liberian National Police keep our community safe? Want to know your rights in the role you play? Introducing Police Dialogue, an interactive public service podcast. Each week, senior officers, law enforcement experts, the community leaders discuss crime prevention, community policing, road safety, and how citizens can help. Tune in, ask questions, be a part of the conversation that builds a civil Liberia.